Hello everyone, I'm Sneha. With me, I have Tejas, Shreeyam, Sneha, Sanjivani, and Shivangi. We're going to share our views on the famous quote by Rick Warren, which states that our culture has accepted two huge lies. The first is that if you disagree with someone, you must hate that person. The second is that to love someone means to agree with everything that person believes or does. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise conviction to be compassionate. To start with, this is a wrong way of thinking. It is a toxic thought that has to be dropped from our society to lead a better life. It's okay to dislike someone or even dislike someone for no reason, but it's not good to disrespect, degrade, and humiliate that person for his or her innocence that has been practiced in our society. Our thoughts and perceptions changes depending on the people around without taking into the consideration about the facts and reason involved. But sometimes it is good to think over the opinions or the statement at the situation. We should always stick to our ethics. Whether you like it or not, disagreement is a part of life. We shouldn't consider disagreeing as disvaluing. It's ignorant to hate someone. Acceptance is the key. When you love someone, you agree with them because the trust you have on them comes as a first priority. But it should be only up to an extent, because agreeing to everything blindly will mislead the person in a different kind of situation. Don't turn a blind eye if someone encourages violent and radical idea. Think logically and ethically. You don't need people's approval to be content in life or to do well. You don't need to prove anything to anybody in a preferred way of their mindsets. I would like to conclude by saying a quote that has inspired me. Be yourself enough to have an opinion. Be wise enough to recognize a difference of opinion. Be mature enough to find a way for coexistence. Thank you for listening to me. Now, over to Tejas Malatkar.
Good morning everyone, myself TEJAS and I'm studying in New Horizon College of Engineering, 3rd SEM CSE department. So I'm here to talk about a topic. A culture has accepted two huge lies. That's one, if you disagree with someone, one must hate them. And the second one, if you love someone, you have to believe whatever he does, whatever his beliefs is. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise conviction to be compassionate. These are the words said by a famous American author, Rick Warren. As soon as I read or hear these lines, the first three words which hits my mind is compromise, conviction, and compassionate. So what are these words? Compassion means showing kindness towards others, showing some kind of affection towards others. Once compromise is something which you deal, which you say okay if you don't like to. And what's conviction? Showing you the proper application to someone. So going through this, let us consider something. Let's go through your lives. We are humans and we are dealing with the same thought which is said by Rick Warren. If we don't like someone, we don't like their thoughts, we don't like their ideas, even though it's perfect, even though it's correct for that situation, we don't like their thoughts just because we hate them. And if we like someone blindly, we believe whatever he says, even though he's saying wrong, even though he's lying, we believe he's not lying, even though he's talking nonsense, we believe he's talking correct, just because we love them. These both are so contradictory statements which we come through our lives. So what's basically this thought came from is, you don't have to compromise yourself, you don't have to compromise your thoughts, you don't have to compromise for someone else. You should stand out. You should stand out to your thoughts. You should stand out what you want. If someone is saying you're good, say okay. If you like to say someone he's dressed well, even though you don't like him personally, say it out to your words. It's the natural human being phenomena. We are a social beings. We have to be a social. We don't have to compromise our thoughts. We don't have to compromise our ideas just because we don't like them, just because we don't like others. And whatever the loved one says, we don't have to agree at all. You have to stand out. That's what the personality means, what I believe. So coming to the conclusion, as I have so limited time to express my words, you don't want to compromise and you don't have to compromise. Just stand out, stand for your thoughts and speak what you believe, speak what you see, speak what you hear. Thank you everyone for listening my words and putting my ideas into this. Thank you.
My name is SHREEYAM. I'm a student of second year computer science. Very warm welcome to all of you. Hope you all are very safe in this pandemic situation. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Our culture accepted two views life. The first is that if we deny someone's opinion, if we disagree with someone else's opinion, that means we must hate that. If you disagree with someone on some issue, then you must have your own point of view. Right? To make sure everyone shares each other's opinion, what the truth is. For example, some scientists deny that God exists. And someone observing all the evidence and mechanism, they believe yes, there is some supreme authority. Now we look from both perspectives. Can we say that in case first, out of the hatred with some scientists deny the existence of God? We can't say for sure, right? They have their own point of view. Like each and everyone have their own point of view, right? We can't deny this fact. Now we look toward those who believe in the existence of God. Can we say that out of hatred toward other opinion or person, they are accepting the truth that yes, God exists? It's simply nonsense. And the second is that to love someone means you agree with everything that person believes or does. It doesn't suit at all. Rather, love is the meeting of two souls fully accepting the light and the dark within each other. Right? It doesn't mean that whatever my beloved say, that is the only truth. And to keep our love, I have to agree with whatever my beloved says. Well, let me clear one thing. Love doesn't require any condition. For example, suppose a student from class 8th or 10th standard asking for a car or bike with their parents. Now considering the safety of his son, his parent denied to buy it. It means that out of love and care, his parents forbid to buy the vehicle. Now what if their parent accepted the proposal and let his child drive? It is pleasure seeking for both the parents and the children. But it might lead to the accident and other troublesome. But see, just because the parent love their child immensely, it doesn't mean that they agree with whatever their child says. So true love is not casual, but it is an act of will that requires the lover's concentration to you on a commitment to be the beloved. You have a commitment, you have the loyalty and everything, but that doesn't mean that you have to agree with each and every factor that you're beloved. And at last, thank you so much for cooperating and listening to me till
Hello, this is SNEHA GP. Now I'm going to deliver my point of view regarding the quote, you don't have to compromise conviction to be compassionate. So, conviction basically is a firm held belief or opinion on something or someone that you have. Being compassionate means feeling or showing sympathy and concern for others. I personally agree with this part of the quote to some extent that you don't have to change your opinions or belief just because you need to be sympathetic and kind enough for others. By all means, disagree with someone who says no, wrong, in which you firmly believe in. But I don't think so that you need to hate them just because you disagree with them. Let's take an example. Let's consider it's our parents itself. It's obvious that each and every one of us does not agree with all the matters or the things that our parents says. But that doesn't mean we hate them just because we disagree with them. So what I feel is everyone has different opinions about everything in their own way, which we may feel it as non-supporting and disagreeing in our point of view. Contrast to, in our point of view, the other person may feel their ideas and opinions as valid, and there are even lot more chances that the person is well versed in the matter than us. So just by disagreeing them with for one thing doesn't mean you need to hate them for everything. As per the second part of the quote, to love someone means you agree with everything that the person believe or does. I strongly even disagree with this part of the quote, because it's not wrong to express your views or ideas about something which it seems as valid for you. It's not necessary that they must accept your views, but it's necessary that you come out of something good and make it more valid, instead of just nodding your head and just instead of nodding your head to look supportive for others. This may lead even them to be unsuccessful. In other way, when you get to know that someone you love is traversing in a wrong path, then you can't really remain quiet. What I feel is, if you love someone truly, then definitely you'll change their beliefs or ideas about the thing which they are having, and ensure that you'll take them in a right path. At the starting, they might feel you as discouraging, but that's okay. Later, when they realize for themselves, they also agree with you. So I like to conclude by saying that compassion is a part that makes us as human. It's a quality that makes us to step outside of ourselves and to see the circumstances of others. But at the same time, comprising our convictions means like we are living out of our values. If we are comprising just to please others, then it makes us as inconsistent. So if you stop living out of your convictions, then you will live in compromise. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sanjeevani. I am second year CS student in New Horizon College of Engineering. Hope you all are doing well in this pandemic situation, wherever you are. Today, I am here to share my opinion on the topic our culture has accepted two views lie. The first is that if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must hate them or fear them. The second is that if you love someone, you agree with everything they believe or do. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise convictions to be compassionate. Yes, that's true. We all are living in 21st century and we all have full rights to speak, to share our ideas and thoughts. Youth are the pillar or a future of a country, so youth should be thoughtful and have their own ideas. No need to become the spoon of other hands. People should accept each other the way they are. In this world where it has become a common notion, where everybody has to become the part of fair, where everybody has to be in support of against a notion or a thought, we all have to realize that standing with a thought or against the thought, standing with a notion against a notion, just that people have crossed the lines, is not our enemy. It's just the differences it differs with our ideology. Another disguise in this present time is that people has accepted that who is standing with us is our friend and those who are not is our foe. This is not the case. We all have to act and think in a mature way. Another is this: whenever, every time, everything is being posted on our social media, we get attracted by some sort of things. We all have to necessarily realize that whenever everything is being posted on our social media is not true every time. And their impact on our lifestyle, thought process, and convictions must be thoroughly scrutinized before we adopt them. Thank you and have a nice day.
A famous pastor, Rick Warren, once said that our culture has accepted two huge lies. The first one is that if you disagree with someone, you must hate them. And the second one is that if you love someone, you should agree to all their opinions. Both are totally nonsense. You should never compromise conviction to be compassionate. What does that mean? Hello everyone, I'm Shivangi Rai from New Horizon College of Engineering Computer Science Department, standing here to decode this famous quote said by Rick Warren: you should never compromise conviction to be compassionate. Conviction means a firmly held belief or opinion. Compassionate means feelings or showing sympathy and concern for others. Compromising means an agreement or settlement done by both the sides to come to a conclusion. Now, you should never compromise conviction to be compassionate means that you should never give up on your own beliefs and opinions just to being kind to someone. Compassion is a virtue. It should be exhibited in all you do. But compromising conviction to be compassionate does more harm than no good at all. Let's throw more light on the topic by taking an example of two families, family A and family B. Both families are well-to-do and they love their child equally. But family A catches their child stealing and takes a bad decision of not convicting the child by saying words such as, "He is just a child. He doesn't know what he is doing. When he'll grow up, I'll surely tell him that he was wrong." And later family A calls him and tells him to eat dinner, showing affection or compassion to them. On the other hand, family B catches their child stealing. They punish their child. The child B instantly feels bad and starts crying. But after some time, the family B calls their child and tell him that, "Dear son, what you did was wrong. Stealing is an offense. It can make you a potential robber and you might end up behind bars. If you need something, tell me, I'll get you that thing." And then they also serve their child B dinner and show affection to him. Now, child B understands that stealing is an offense and never repeats it again. Here we can see that child A, instead of showing compassion to him, the family is ruining his life by letting him feel the entitlement of doing whatever he wants and getting whatever he wants, no matter which way he gets it. Now, that's why you should never compromise conviction to be compassionate. Child A becomes a potential robber, whereas child B is a gentleman now. To your loved ones, you should show them the right path. If they did something wrong, you should convict them and show them that what they did is wrong. This is what life is. Life is full of rights and wrongs. What makes a difference is that you should identify what wrong you did and you should correct it. That is the path to success. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, what you do today totally makes or breaks your future. That's why you should never compromise conviction to be compassionate. Thank you. Signing off, Shivangi. The end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank my teammates for their cooperation and our mentor Mr.DEVRANJAN Chatterjee for guiding us throughout the way. I would also like to thank our department HOD Dr. Rajalakshmi and my college New Horizon College of Engineering for providing us with this amazing opportunity of putting forward our views on this platform. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe, have a good day.